Next up, women and politics. Many were hoping that the highest, hardest glass ceiling would be shattered Tuesday night. Christina Quinn looks into how Hillary Clinton's loss might affect other women's political aspirations.
I know we have still not shattered that highest and hardest glass ceiling.
After a long, ferocious campaign battle, Hillary Clinton didn't shatter that highest and hardest glass ceiling Tuesday night, but one fact will always remain. Clinton made history as the first woman to win a presidential nomination by a major political party.
And to all the little girls who are watching this, never doubt that you are valuable and powerful and deserving of every chance and opportunity in the world to pursue and achieve your own dreams.
In her concession speech, Clinton's direct message to young girls was crystal clear. And Ann Bookman, director of the Center for Women in Politics and Public Policy at UMass Boston, says she thinks Clinton's nomination and defeat will have a galvanizing effect on women and how they position themselves on the political stage.
We have achieved things with Secretary Clinton's candidacy that women have never achieved before, but it's clearly not enough.
There were some positive signs, however. 3 women were elected to the Senate, and here in Massachusetts, we already have women in high positions of elected office. But Bookman says there's more work to be done.
We all need to think a lot more deeply than we have. I think sometimes we have thought, oh, well, we've got, this first, like a woman attorney general or something, first gay woman attorney general. This is great. We can't rest on our laurels for a minute.
She says some voters felt uncomfortable with having a woman commander-in-chief.
There is a real prejudice against women holding particularly elective office at the highest level. And I think we saw that all during the campaign.
But it certainly wasn't the only reason Hillary Clinton lost. One of the glaring takeaways from Tuesday night is that many Americans feel that they've been left behind as the nation recovered from the Great Recession.
We say we want everybody to be able to have a middle-class lifestyle and save for college and save for retirement, go to college. And what do we have? We have this incredible level of debt.
Bookman believes neither party may have the answer, but she says any step toward unity begins with involving as many voices as possible, both on and off the political stage.
Advance more women, more other groups of people who are not represented in our government, and give them a voice.
Christina Quinn joins me now. Hi, Christina.
Hi, Jim.
So Ann says there that the loss is a call to arms. Wasn't the Clinton campaign a call to arms?
Sure. I mean, you can argue that. But, I mean, she also...
Because it was. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yes.
So.
But, she says that more women will be emboldened by this loss, and she just speaking with her students yesterday, she was already seeing that, women are distressed by what happened, and that she thinks that this will embolden women to come together. And she actually even
more
said...
than the campaign itself.
Yeah.
Did,
I mean, yes, exactly. And so I think what she also said was that she's, what's needed is a 21st century version of the civil rights movement. And so that'll incorporate that.
Okay, what's wrong with us? I looked it up. World Economic Forum says in the last half century, 59 countries have had a woman leader. We're not in that 59.
No.
The progressive United States of America. Well, some may doubt that tonight. What's wrong with us? Why are we the outlier? No,
That's a good question. I don't know what's wrong with us, but, I guess one could argue that, well, okay, so look at the countries that elected women in office. You can't really say, can you say that they're less sexist than we are? I mean, that's not really...
Well, I guess the answer is I would say they're less...
Maybe, but I guess you have to...
After 240 years, you can make that case, can't you?
Perhaps, but then you have to look closely at their platform, right? I mean, Margaret Thatcher, for example, then you have Benazir Bhutto in Pakistan.
So what do you think?
Angela Merkel. I think it's complicated. I think it's a really complicated answer that we're probably not going to have enough time to get into. But when I spoke with Ann Bookman, she said, well, introducing these ideas of getting women to run for elected office, they need to be introduced earlier to young girls at a younger time in their lives. And then last night, Nikki Tsongas was here, and we spoke to her then. And she actually started out saying that when her husband set out to run for office, he looked around and saw men that were like him. He's like, I'm going to run for office. So if women look around and say, hey, there are these women in positions of leadership, not even just in elected office, but in other fields, then that will roll over into the political stage.
The more there are, the more there'll be.
Yes.
Christina Quinn, thanks so much.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.